Dante is lost in this allegorical dark wood. But there's also an autobiographical element here that we can kind of bring in from the outside. This is why you kind of need commentaries, but after you become familiar with this, you come back to it and you kind of read it in a straightforward way. In the year 1300, as I said, Dante was one of the two priors, or that's the technical name for one of the two highest political figures, ruling political figures in Florence for a period of 2 months. And then he was sent on a mission to the Pope in Rome in the year 1300, which is a Jubilee year. Just like 2000 was a Jubilee year in modern times. Well, he gets there, and Boniface VIII, who is the Pope, who Dante never tires of saying will end up in hell someday, and who seems to have been a real operator, is operating back in Florence to bring a pro-papal, an anti-imperial party back into power. And while Dante is on this ambassador's mission to Rome, he's no longer the prior, but he's an ambassador sent by the city, the regime changes hands. He himself is accused of treason. Oh, this is all false, of course. But he's accused of treason, and he is sentenced to death in absentia. So he can't go back to Florence without dying. So from the year 1301, 1302 on, he is in exile until he dies in 1321. And one of his patrons, we read the letter to Congrande for this week, is Congrande della Scala, who's up near Verona and Vicenza. This past year was in Ravenna, which is one of the old imperial capitals, and Dante's tomb is actually there, along with some other things that connect him to Congrande della Scala. But he is in exile. He's not just metaphorically wandering. He is in exile when he begins the Divine Comedy. And so the dark wood has got one of the hidden literal meanings is he doesn't know where he's going. And he's in more ways than one got to find his way towards something that's going to enable him to carry out whatever the mission is that God has given him on earth. And there are a couple points in his later life where the city of Florence offers to take him back and repeal the death sentence if he'll humiliate himself by claiming that he did indeed betray the city and he repents of it. But in fact, Dante is too proud a figure to ever do that, so he never is able to go back. So we're reading the words now of a man who is in exile, and he's really without any place on earth that he can settle down into. And particularly these first 6 or 7 cantos, we think, were written immediately after he goes into exile, and the rest he's in slightly better circumstances as he finds patrons. So with that in mind, let's turn to Canto 3.